Hello everyone, here I have the 7 book covers from the 7 Wizarding Trunk lessons, and we are going to put them on our books. Woohoo! There is my book. For these book covers, I wasn't exactly certain how to put them on so they would come out nicely. I did look up a video of someone else doing it, but their method wasn't really working for me, so I kind of tried a couple different things with these first couple books. I was laying them down, lining up the spine as it was laying down, and then trying to get those flaps in a nice clean way. So on this first book, this one I probably edited the most out of this video because I had to fuss with it a lot to get it just right. But you'll notice later down the line in these books, I found a method that seemed to work pretty well for me, and I'll go into that a little bit more when we get to one of those books. But yeah, this is me just creasing right on the edge there. I really tried to make sure I got it just right on this one. It's a little difficult, especially on the first two, because there's not really a spine indicator unless you look really closely on these first two covers. So it's a little bit harder to line up the spine just right, but I was able to figure it out. If you look really closely, you can see little marks on the edge of this one. You can't really see them in the video, but you can see them in person for sure. So this is for book number 2, The Complete Guide to Transfiguration. Pretty much I was doing basically the same thing I had done on the first book. It went all right. You know, I felt like all of these book covers, especially these first few, came out really loose, and I spent a lot of time adjusting them down the line to try to get them to fit tightly on the book. Here we go on book number 3. I think this is where I kind of started to adjust my method a little bit. There's those 2 lines that you can see it much better on this cover than you can on the other one, and they're laying it down to put those side flaps in. Was still, I did that every single time, but I think on this one, yep, I set it on its spine to try to get the flaps better positioned before I creased them. That worked out so much better for me and made all of the book covers from here on out go a lot faster in real time. Of course, you're seeing the edited version. So here we go with number 4, Goblet of Fire. And I think this book cover I had, if you notice in the beginning, if you are that eagle-eyed, that I have the book covers in slightly the wrong order. I had the 5th book cover and this book cover, the 4th one, switched. But here it is going on the correct book, because I definitely tried to put the wrong one on this book first and was like, this doesn't fit. But that's okay. I kept my cheat sheet, so I was able to go back and figure it out. But you'll see that this one I've got down much better. And then on to Order of the Phoenix for Written in the Stars. This one went pretty smoothly. I like this one for this book. You'll notice that I really tried to smooth the front cover of the book towards the flaps. That way I was getting a good tight fit on the spines as I did them. And then it made it easier later when I put the book on its spine. Here I am creasing. I was really, as I was doing this other method, what really helped me was lining up the spine, and then after I tucked the flaps in, I was really making sure I had the spine right where I wanted it, and then really squeezing the book to keep the spine in place. And then you see there how I'm holding it a little above where the spine is so that I can adjust the top part without messing up the placement of the spine. So I would flip it back over, tuck in all that extra, and it did take a little bit. You could release just very slightly to help push that in so it's not so hard. And then once you get it just right, you can crease that side. And I would just do that to both sides. And then after that, it was pretty good. I usually flipped it over too, and then made sure I creased the spine ever so slightly. I didn't do a hard crease on the spine, or at least not as hard of a crease as I would do for the flaps that you open every time you open the book. This is still my favorite book cover right here. And there you go. You can see I kind of did a very light crease. Sometimes on that spine, but it's not 100% necessary. This book cover, for whatever reason, just fit the best, like so perfectly fit the 7th book, where the other ones tended to have a little bit more space, a little bit more room where the flaps went a little bit over where the exact line was, but that's all right as long as they fit and they look good, which they really, really do. And I'm going to show them all to you here. You have Defense Against the Dark Forces. Here you have The Secrets of Centurion, Divination. And you'll notice there's the same symbol on the back of all of these books, all the book covers. I don't know what that symbol is, but here's Written in the Stars. Old Forbidden Bewitchments and Charms. I really like this one way more than I thought I would. The more I look at it, the more I like it. Magical Creatures A to Z. This one's so pretty. This is another one of my favorites. Then we have The Complete Guide to Transfiguration. And of course, Ruins of the Ancient World. This book cover definitely took the longest to get on there, but it does look really nice. The gold foiling looks really nice. All 7 books covered. Yeah. For me, my favorite is still this Defense Against the Dark Forces. My second favorite is this Magical Creatures A to Z. Third is definitely this Old Forbidden Bewitchments and Charms. And all together, these look so cool. I can't wait to get these on my shelves. So let me know what you guys think of these book covers. They might be coming to the shop right now. The first 3 are definitely available. Supposedly the rest might become available. Okay guys, like, comment, subscribe. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys have some tips, some tricks that I didn't use? I'm sure people out there do. Let me know. Let everybody else know down in the comments.